Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Hold on, let me get my lips right. Because the girl is not going to be doing is sitting here with dry lips. Anyway, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl, Laborley, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
yes, you have, and Ambitiously Radio. We are broadcasting live from both locations so that you know it's happening. It's happening right now. I will say, I don't think with the podcast is unconventional because these are the things that I've been doing since I've been doing this podcasting thing. But I will say that on the radio side, it may be a little unconventional. It might be a little bit unconventional. But it's something for everybody on that station. So make sure you tune in. Um, but yes, today we got to get back into the wiretap. We need to get back into this case because we have another case that we need to get into. Like I promise you, they do not leave me room to not have a case to get into. And do I like it? Kinda like it a little bit. I kind of like it a little bit. But it's a lot to talk about. We are about to start getting into the meat and potatoes of this here case. Um, yeah, it gets deep. So just rock with us, and then you'll understand what I mean. Um, but today is the wiretap. Today is the wiretap. A few things I need to say before we get started, though. Join the conversation. We would love it if you would do so. You can drop a comment, you can call in or text. If you're calling in or you're texting, the number is 443-780-5978. Again, the number is 443-780-5978. If you drop a comment or leave a text message, I will be reading it out loud. Um, if you drop a comment, it'll also be on the screen. If you call in, just note that you will be live on air. So if you don't want to be heard in a certain kind of light, I will watch your mouth. Now, I will never watch my mouth because I say whatever I want. But some people are different. They don't want to be heard in a certain kind of light, and I would never. Um. Okay. Okay. Let me know what you want to do. Okay, but doctor say it's a wiretap. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. I really just want you to hit that like button. That means the most to me. That lets me know that you appreciate the content that we are bringing, and also lets me know that I should do more to bring you better content because you hit that like button. So thank you in advance if you do so. And if you do so, I will be shouting you out. But that's a whole nother situation. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. That is the hub for all things ambitiously. I just want you to know it. Um, you can get merch there. You can get skincare products there. I'm thinking about relaunching the boutique. I think that's a good idea, but we'll see. Um, You can go listen to the radio station there. You can go listen to episodes of the podcast, or you can watch episodes of the podcast. And you could go check out DJ Rukazy's page. There's a lot of things you could do over there. We're still work in progress, but it's coming along. It's coming along. So go check it out. Yeah, babe. Go check it out. All right, I'm gonna take this off the screen. Let's see what we talking about real quick. Let's see what we talk about. Okay. All right. So, yes, today is the wiretap. Today we're going to get into it because we need to finish discussing what happened, what had happened, or what is alleged to have had happened. But we're going to talk about it. Hi, Rock, honey. Hi, sweetie. Hey. Um, okay, and okay, Doc working on some things. I am gonna recap while Doc is away. Okay. While Doc is away, Cat will play something. But I want to recap a few things. Because okay, well, Doc is back, so I can't play too much. I want to recap a few things before we get there. Last we spoke, we got into Diddy and his awkward comments about Dawn and her little body, and him is okay, Dawn, okay, like that means something. I see what it is. I don't need you to see nothing. Sorry, that's where I left off. So we I'm gonna jump back in. I just wanted to get a recap, but there's a lot of things going on because this ties into the Ciroc situation and the monies that were not received on one end and all the things that led up to the things that led up. But before we get into that, hold on. I'm gonna bring Doc in the building because we got some things to discuss, child. We got some things to discuss. Oh Lord, you ready, Doc? I ain't doing it until all right, let's go. Hi, Doc, honey.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I'm better. My
Better.
daughter didn't get into another fight today, so I'm cool.
Fisticuffs. It's a
Yes.
it's the season to give it. It's the season of joy. Why people getting beat up?
Listen, she didn't get beat up, but I'm gonna tell you what happened when the people started finding out. The troops was ready to be rallied. They like, where we gotta go at? Because again, I told y'all yesterday, my daughter is not that type of person. She don't go out here messing with nobody. She don't bully nobody. She's a sweetheart for real, for real. So anybody messing with her, it's certain powers that be like, they messing with who?
Mm.
Where we gotta go? So yeah, but everything was copacetic for her today, so I'm cool. Um, and yes, the other young lady did get punished. She got suspended from school for a couple of days for her part in the
Okay.
situation.
Okay.
So I'm cool.
Long, long as it
I'm
was handled properly.
yeah, I'm cool. My baby, she went to school. She had a great day at school today. So yeah, I'm cool. Um, actually, she didn't do much. Cause well, whatever. But anyway, so it is now time for us to jump back into this case. I want to give a trigger warning for those whom um this may offend or who are sensitive to these types of things. You should probably exit the building now because it's child. Oh, child.
Yes.
Lord. So we are starting back up on page 22. And we're going to start in Glasgow. If you don't know where Glasgow is, let's just say Europe. I'm going to just broaden the range for you. I've always wanted to go there. They've always had these festival things going on, popping off in Glasgow. I heard it's a real, I'll go to that. I'm not going to no regular everyday run of the mill club, but I will go to a festival in another country. I will, because that's how my mind works. But anyway, so we are in Glasgow.
Mm.
Let me get into it. So on there last night in Glasgow, Miss Richard witnessed Mr. Combs and several other males. Oh, child, I don't even know. All right, I'm gonna say it not in this way because maybe it might not be as vulgar if I say it. Running a train.
Most people know what that is.
Because if I say the other, it sounds like a flick, and I don't want to say it that way. So they were running the train. Other males running a train. Mr. Combs' female assistant at the hotel pool. Child, I hope this assistant is not who Capricorn.
That's what I was thinking when I had read a little bit ahead. I was like, or how many years ago was this? And I don't
Because
know.
and remember, she said the only way she was getting out was because of Capricorn. So is this who she's saying they was running the train on, or is it the newer one? His
Look, that's all the complete speculation. The one thing I
his
did want to say is
his
I think they use that word, the gangbanging word, because that's more of a broad term that most people know from porn.
I didn't want to say that word. That's why I said running the train. I was trying not to say that word. But okay. Is it his Ghislaine of today that we're talking about? I got questions. I always got questions.
It
I
makes
got
people
this.
think like, hey, did you work for Mr. Combs? Were you his assistant? When you read this, like,
Right, right. Is I got questions. I got questions. Let me say hello. Okay,
nah,
so
that's
we
wild.
gonna see what this person said. Hello, homie. I have a great joy within me when I came across this channel with your gameplay style. Kindly add me. I don't know what we're talking about, baby. We're not doing all of that. Anyway, right now we're in the middle of this. Ain't no gameplay on here. We don't play no games. We dead ass. Sorry. Let me get to. Oh, I'm gonna keep going for a second though.
Okay.
So on their flight back to the U.S. the next day, Miss Richard and Mr. Combs were where his assistant was. So all of them was in the same area. Mr. Combs replied, I don't, oh, child, I can't even yet. I can't even go in like I want to yet. Oh my
You got
God,
3 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you got 4 minutes.
child. Okay, so I'm gonna put it nicely until I can go in. He said, I don't give a F where I give a F where that heifer is.
Help. Okay.
That's not what he said. And later on, I'm going to come back after my 3 minutes is up and I'm going to say exactly what he said because I want to say it that way and not the way I just said it, but whatever. Mr. Richard later learned that Mr. Combs had taken his assistant's passport with him to the United States, leaving the assistant stranded in the UK. You dirty, dirty dog.
That's a crazy thing.
So now you just gangbanged the chick. I can't even say it in all the kind of way. And then for whatever reason, now you got an attitude and you take her passport and leave her in the UK with no passport to get back to the United States. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, this one is a funny one to me because I'm like, one part, all right, was the GB consensual. Then the other part is how did you get a hold of her passport?
Right. Why
Because
does he have
those
your passport?
that's a very awkward like, did you have her passport before? Because usually if you travel, you have your own passport. How did you
Right.
have her
Because that's your
passport?
identification when you're out of the country.
Yes. And if she's the assistant, I would assume she would have everybody else's passport if it was one of those situations.
Right.
And then
Why
just
does he have it?
yeah, that's extremely weird
Now,
to
let
me.
me say this real quick. There is footage of him taking trips with like his family and things of that nature where he is requesting to have certain things like their cell phone. So maybe that was one of them situations. Like he was going through with the bag, cell phone, cell phone, cell phone, cell phone. Everybody had to give up their cell phone. So
You,
maybe he did that with the passports too.
if he's done that, then possibly, but that's still weird.
It is. It's controlling.
Yes.
It's I want control over everything and I will be in control. That's what it is.
That is wild.
Well, he is a narcissist,
Mm.
among other things. But let's get to 94. You got 94 for me?
Yeah. So in Glasgow, Miss Harper confided in Miss Rashad that her husband and manager, Tony Vick, also known as Mr. Vick, was abusive. After an especially severe assault, she confided in Miss Rashad that she wanted to leave Mr. Vick, and Miss Rashad helped her to plan her exit from the relationship. However, Miss Harper and Mr. Vick reconciled, and both Mr. Combs and Mr. Vick, who had a close relationship, learned of Miss Rashad's role in helping Miss Harper Both Mr. Combs and Mr. Vick became noticeably distrustful of Miss Rashad, which exacerbated her fears of harm and reprisal. So, you plotting against? Okay.
Wait, before you even go in. Now, remember I told you that Miss Harper was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her husband. And you can kind of, if you know what those things look like, I do from personal experience, you could kind of see it a little bit. And now, even fast forward into Miss Harper's current situation where she doesn't even have her kids right now and it's looking crazy for her, I might be inclined to believe this passage of the document. But,
So,
all right, what she was getting ready to say?
well, I have a quick question. Is Miss Harper still with Mr. Vick, or she did avoid that woman?
Miss Harper is.
I haven't watched in the interview that you told me to watch. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Miss Harper is in La
La Land in space.
That's where she at. So I she ain't hear nothing or see nothing. I don't know what her husband is doing. I do know he was a long time bad boy employee. You feel me? And if he's close to Diddy, we've seen the video.
That's the thing, then, because
we've seen the video.
And what it makes me think potentially, and this is just my hypothetical consideration, he may not be saying nothing because, one, she is scared of her if he's ex-husband, estranged husband, or whatever, and also she's scared of Diddy.
But I would think it's both of those things.
Yeah, both of them, and whatever life she is able to somewhat maintain, they may be footing the bill for it. So there's no reason for her to say anything outside of the fact that she wanted to be a girl's girl, a woman's woman, and say what really happened, especially to get your kids back.
Blink twice if you're okay. That's all.
Blink twice. Hey, for real, that's what would have to happen. Blink twice if you're okay.
Blink twice if you're okay. I'm not going to speculate none of that woman, what she got going on, because nobody knows what it is like to be in an abusive situation until you're in it. So I don't know where her circle. I know that she said that she ain't hear nothing and she ain't see nothing.
And that can lend to,
now that we reading further into this case, that would tell me why.
Lead into like trauma. That's the reason you ain't saying nothing and you doing all these other things. But taking away from this passage too is, you went behind our backs, and it's a worse because it's our backs, and two quote unquote powerful men. That's like, you went behind our backs. We got something for you.
Yeah. Wow. I think you can let maybe not Mr. Vick so much because his only relation is that he was a manager of Kalina and that he was her husband. But maybe more so with Diddy because you messing with the church's money.
Yeah. And you can let words fly, by the way. I just want you to know that.
Oh, yeah, because fuck, I want to go back to a statement. Thank you. I want to say it the right way. Hold on. I'm getting it. I have to say this the right fucking way. So earlier I stated that they were on a flight back to the United States. The next day, Mr. Rashad asked Mr. Combs where his assistant was. Mr. Combs replied, "I don't give a fuck where that bitch is." Ms. Rashad later learned that Mr. Combs had taken the we know what he did. I just needed to say that the way that I needed to say it, because the fuck. God damn it, I just wanted to say it. Shit. Yeah.
And all those other ones too.
Yeah, I wanted to get all of them off my chest. I gotta let them go. So when Mr. Combs would require his Diddy Dirty Money bandmates to stay at his house residence in Miami, Miss Rashad would barricade herself. She stayed having to barricade herself inside her room at night, placing heavy furniture against the door because she feared being harmed in her sleep. Child, they is doing too much to you, but I'm gonna keep going. In or around late December of 2010, Miss Rashad, Miss Harper, and Miss Ventura, oh gosh, he got all three of them together, were in Mr. Combs' LA home when Mr. Combs stated, I want to gift you fake titties for Christmas. I imagine that he talking to Cassie, or maybe all of them. Mr. Combs reached out and cut. Oh no, I heard he talking to her. Mr. Combs reached out and cuffed Miss Richard's breast without her permission and stated, "You are A. I'm thinking a D." Miss Richard recoiled in shock and left the room. Bitch, who told you I wanted bigger boobies?
You know what's funny about this? I'm just me reading this. The fact that fake wasn't stated. He just really said, I want to give you titties. But they want them implied that make sure that people understood that it was fake titties.
Fake titties for Christmas. That's what you giving me for Christmas. Nigga, can you pay me for my work I did? I'll take that.
Look, you want titties?
No, I don't want no goddamn titties. And plus, y'all ninjas don't know, and this coming from a big titty bitch. This shit don't feel good. They just don't sit on your chest and they get heavy. If they big enough and you sleep crazy, they be all over the place.
He just wanted to give them the fake titties.
Fuck that. I don't want no bigger titties. Let me keep my undercut won't be sweating all the goddamn time.
Oh.
Shit. That is not a privilege.
All right. So me thinking about this one is, who else was in that room?
They just said who was in the room. Miss Richard, Miss Harper, and Miss Ventura.
I mean, outside of just them. Was anybody else in the room? Was there a cook there? Was one of the kids there? Was a nanny there?
I can't say. I wouldn't say. And it's been known that he don't really keep the kids in the same house the way he do his shenanigans. He got two houses side by side. The kids being one, he being the other. So I doubted that any of them was in the room. And if anything, it would probably be a bodyguard or some shit like that, because they didn't say what room they was in. So I'm not going to speculate who else was in the room, but I know Miss Richard, Miss Harper, and Miss Ventura was in the room. Yeah. And we already know the story about him making her get fake titties. So,
but my thing is
fake titties for everybody.
The gall, the step up, be like, you know what, for Christmas,
I'm gonna get you some fake titties. Yeah. So throughout the oh gosh, throughout this time period, because I can't. Why do you think I want fake titties?
It's not what you want, it's what he wants.
I know it's what he wants. Of course I know this, because I know what a narcissist looks like. But the point is, like, why is that a thought process? Why? I'm not your girlfriend. I'm an artist on your label. I'm not fucking you. We not doing none of that. Why is this a thing for you? I didn't have D's when I first signed to you, and I don't have D's, and like I'm not gonna. Why? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, throughout this time period, when Miss Richard resisted Mr. Combs' advances, Mr. Combs retaliated by denying her singing parts in songs. Of course he did. Removing her from songs, refusing to allow her to sing in performances, and turning her microphone off. Oh my gosh, doing performances. That is the lowest of the low. The more Miss Richard rebuffed his advances, the more Mr. Combs' retaliatory behavior increased. Or I just want to punch you in your face.
You know what this is?
Because as a singer, that's the most disrespectful thing you could ever do to me, is turn my mic off while I'm fucking performing. That is the lowest of the low. That is some shit that will get you shanked. Because I'm trying to watch my words, because you know YouTube and them be weirdos. It'll get you hurt.
This reminds me fully of making the band while I'm shutting the studio down. And remember, that was so prominent that even Dave Chappelle made a skit about it.
Yeah, I remember.
So I would believe that he'd be like, oh, you ain't accepting my advances or my gift of fake titties? Look, I'm cutting
Yeah,
your mic off.
no,
You can't sing
no.
on this song.
Get out your mind that people just what you think is what it is, and people happy with it. No, no. Mr. Combs assaults and falsely imprisons Miss Richard. You gonna take it?
Yeah. So, in or around December 2010, Diddy, Dirty Money, was preparing for an upcoming performance on Saturday Night Live, SNL. As usual, rehearsals lasted for days without the opportunity to eat or rest. So that's a throwback.
Mm-hmm.
And the rehearsal schedule was unpredictable. If he on narcotic, as Kat says, he could be up at any time of the day and or night, just rocking. After waiting all day for Mr. Combs to call or send a car, Mr. Shaw received a phone call from Mr. Combs demanding, "Where the fuck are you bitches?"
I feel like we read this part too, but who the
No,
fuck?
he apparently throws us out a lot. So then after
Oh,
that is, "You bitches don't want this. Y'all don't deserve to have someone pick you up. Get a cab." That's very New
yeah.
York to say, by the way. Uh, Miss
It's
Rashad and Miss
easier for
Harper.
a girl to get a cab in New York than it is a dude. Let me just say that. But
All right. Miss Rashad and Miss Harper immediately took a taxi to Sir Studios at specific address. So they must have had some connecting evidence. 520 West 25th Street, New York, New York. Anxious because Mr. Combs sounded enraged.
of course he did. Of course he sound like Elena Tech. Of course he did. He's mad. So
This
upon their arrival at Sir Studios, Mr. Combs, oh Lord, and this crazy dude, Harv Pierre, of course he was there. We're waiting in the lobby. Mr. Combs screamed obscenities at them. He
Keynote,
said, he
keynote,
said,
they
huh,
bolded this. They bolded this in the actual document.
yeah, let me read it though. Let me get through it. So he screamed obscenities at them, and he said, "Where the fuck are you bitches? You bitches don't want to win. You don't want this. I'm so tired of y'all." And Miss Rashard noticed that people were in the lobby. The people in the lobby were reacting to Mr. Combs' tirade. Embarrassed, Miss Rashard asked Mr. Combs to stop swearing and calling them bitches in front of everyone. Of course, he not gonna stop, bitch, because he thought he told us that he won't stop.
Take that, take that.
It's
I
the
thought you were
title
saying
of tonight's show.
is
He thought he told us that he won't stop.
the wiretap. Let's get it.
Oh my gosh, you silly.
Take that, take that.
So Mr. Combs' facial expressions shifted as he stepped towards Miss Rashad and raised his arm and swung his fist towards her face. Whoa, wait a minute, nigga. Now
Yeah,
you really want to get cut. Sorry, my bad. Cause
that was a jump. That was whoa.
yeah, leapfroggy and you gonna get jumped on you okay. Um Believing that Mr. Combs was going to hit her, Miss Richard braced for the impact. Before Mr. Combs could strike her, Mr. Combs' bodyguard grabbed her, escorted her out of the studio, and forced her into the Bad Boy Records Bentley that was parked outside. Miss Harper ran after Miss Richard, and Mr. Combs' bodyguard closed and locked the Bentley doors with both women inside.
Hmm. That's a very interesting scene.
I'm a different kind of woman because, and even I told y'all my married life was not the best. It was a lot of abuse in that situation. I always fought back. I will forever fight back. So I don't care how much money you have. If you are doing me bodily harm, I'm going to fight you back. I don't care who it is, man, woman, whoever it is. If I feel like I'm in an unsafe situation, I'm fighting back. I think the bodyguard did a good thing by removing her, but what is removing her to the Bentley going to do? He might still be pissed off later. And forget he on them narcotics.
Mm.
It might could go any which way. She could come back and he could be in a great mood. Hi, Dawn, where you been, girl? Or she could come back and he'd be like, bitch, I ain't forgot what you did. See what I'm saying? You don't know how that's going to turn out. You got the next one, Dawn?
Yes. So inside the vehicle, Mr. Rashad realized there were no interior door handles and that they were locked inside with no way to escape. Mr. Rashad's belongings were in the studio, but she was able to call her father from Miss Harper's cell phone. Ms. Rashad relayed to her father what happened and that she needed help and feared that she would go missing. Moments later,
Mm.
Mr. Combs' bodyguard removed only Miss Harper from the Bentley, leaving Miss Rashad locked in a car alone for over 2 hours. Yeah,
Mm.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
This really sounds. Remember the movie Bone Collector?
Yeah.
It sounds like that.
Y'all really kidnapped her.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You want me to get the next one? No, you.
Yeah, you can do the next
All
one.
right. So she's been locked in the company car for Bad Boy for over 2 hours with no way of getting out the car. Mr. Shot screamed as loudly as she could, but no one responded. It was late evening in the wintertime. The windows were heavily tinted and the interior of the car was dark except for faint interior lights. Mr. Shaw's belongings and winter coat were in the studio. I want to come back to that. While the ignition was off and there was no heat. With Mr. Combs' prior threats and violence running through her mind, Mr. Shaw felt sheer panic, terror, and feelings of claustrophobia at being locked in a small, dark, enclosed space with no way to communicate or call for help. She began to feel cold and fear for her life, not knowing when or if she would be released.
Listen, he kidnapped that girl.
Well, there's a certain line in this that I want to come back to only because
All
if
right,
the
go
whole
ahead.
issue was that they didn't get picked up because he felt they didn't deserve it, but then they took a taxi, but then all the loud screaming and stuff occurred in the lobby, they never made it to the studio apparently. So why is they saying that her
But their
studio?
stuff
I'm
could have been
confused about
sitting.
this.
Their stuff could have been sitting in the lobby. He not working out of no building that he don't have access to everything, and they don't have access to everything.
So all right,
And
okay.
and the other thing we not looking at either, because you got to look at the studio setups at the time, and maybe we should look up what that studio looks like. Is Sir whatever
Oh,
studios, but it's New York. The buildings are different. You
yeah.
don't know what that studio look like when you
So
come in.
Studios
It might
521.
be a place for you to sit your stuff in there. I've been in
Okay.
studios like that.
So I'll take back what I said because now I'm just assuming that they're saying studio as in the whole building. So the studio lobby, but it's where they say. And when I say here studio in my head, I think of the studio, vocal booth, control board. That's what I'm thinking. But if they were
No,
saying
that
the
the
building of the
studio is
studio,
when you're an artist, the studio is the whole building. I'm going to the studio. That means I'm going to that location where the studio is.
okay. But I said correctly, then I
Mm.
don't mind that. I just thought it was kind of like studio,
Yeah,
the
no, that's
lobby.
just how you talk when you're in. I'm going to the studio. You're not gonna say I'm going to the building in which the studio is in. Like you don't talk like that when you're an artist. When you
Okay,
not an R&B artist, not a rap artist, I'm going to the studio. The studio is the whole building.
not well.
So
All right.
maybe their stuff got left in the lobby. Maybe the lobby. I don't know what this. I need to look this up real quick because I don't know what this studio building looks like. It might be an area for you
This
to,
will be the second time we had to look up what a studio looks like.
and they in New York or LA.
This is New York.
All
This is
right.
New York, New York.
Okay.
Because the
Just
last
let me
studio we
look.
looked at with the DD case was the one in LA.
All right. Let me see what it's looking like. But then it's New York buildings. So most of the buildings have a lobby where you can
Mhm.
leave your stuff. You don't want to carry your stuff throughout the whole place. So yeah. And it's look like, oh yeah, it's definitely in this damn definitely midtown. Um you can see Times Square and everything. Uh
So it has like a lobby, and so all right. So they use the studio as the word, and then such as
got a full-on area for just nothing but instruments, drums. I've been in the studio like this, and it's actually located here. And I'm gonna tell you the thing about that studio. Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna talk to him later. But the thing about that studio is, and this is coming from somebody who spent many years with a musician, right? When you look at the studio from the outside, you just be like, what is this, like some kind of garage or like warehouse type building type of situation?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And then when you walk in, it's like heaven. It's like musicians heaven. And there's so many different studio areas that you can go into. But then you first walk in, it's like this huge closet, and nothing in that closet but drums of all sizes and magnitudes. And so I've been in, but when you first walk in, there's a lobby. Actually, there's a lobby and a little kitchenette on the side. So I could see how that would have happened when she left her stuff because it was getting ready to get hectic. She thought she was getting ready to get beat up in the lobby. And it not the first time he's beating somebody up in people's faces, Jimmy Iovine. So why wouldn't that happen? Like, you don't be thinking when you in the midst of stuff going on. Like when things are really happening, your mind is like, oh, let me grab all my stuff so I could go. That's not what's happening. You in the middle of a situation that you might get abused or some harm might be brought to you. You might have dropped your purse. You probably might have dropped your coat. You might have done anything. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what that situation is. I don't want to dissect that too much because we weren't there. This is what she said is happening. So, you just never know. People crazy out here. So, Miss Richard's father drove to New York from Baltimore. And arrived at the studio approximately 2 hours later. That's true, because that's how long it takes to get from here to New York. Okay. Only after her father, and he probably was mad, so his foot was on the gas, like, I'm on my way. Only after her father arrived and demanded to see her did Mr. Pierre and Mr. Combs' bodyguard to release Miss Richard from the vehicle. So they told her that after her father came and raised him hell, like, if you don't get my damn daughter out this goddamn vehicle, it's gonna go down. And they was like, all right, let her out. Because I assume that's how it looked in my head, like the finger, all right, let her out type of situation. All right, let her out. So child. Okay, so Mr. Pierre ushered Miss Richard's father between several rooms at Sir's studio, where he waited for approximately 2 hours before being able to confront Mr. Combs. So then he made her father wait for 2 hours.
So
he like, you gotta calm down. You can't talk to me while you all fired up because I know what this is gonna look like.
But do the little quick math. If she was in there for 2 hours, it take him 2 hours to drive, and they made him wait for 2 hours. That's a whole 6 hours.
Yeah, of course. So once Mr. Richard's father expressed that he intended to contact the police, Mr. Combs warned him to think about your family and think about your daughter's career. Her father appeared visibly frightened by Mr. Combs' threats and action, which in turn made Miss Richard feel terrified for herself and her family's safety. Of course, this dude talking about think about, if you put it like this, then all of them stories and accusations about people going missing, people losing their lives, I could believe it. I could believe it.
I don't know. I don't have kids, but in my mind, if I did have a child and they was in a situation, I'm like, nigga, you better think about yourself. What you just did to one of my family members.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and
I'll be on the news. Unknown person
No,
shoots
let me
Diddy.
get you right real quick, because you're not thinking as a street savvy individual. You just thinking as I would. Okay, so
No.
let me pose it to you real quick. So you leave Baltimore, which
Mm-hmm.
this is your home, and if you need to rally the troops, it can happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now you got to drive from Baltimore to New York, where you do not live, and you cannot rally the troops. This
Okay.
man got bodyguards and all kinds of people that got his back. Cops are obviously in the fold. You feel me? What
Okay.
happened in Chandler Studios? What you thinking as a parent is, what is the safest way for me to get my fucking child out of here?
Okay. And I don't
You're
have a
not
kid, so
thinking, rah, I'm about to go do all of this, because you do that. You're in a place where you're not from, and he is from, and he can just make phone calls, and then that's your ass and your daughter's ass.
well, I'm just saying, and you do have a solid point. No, if it's me and I'm the father of my kid, you did something to my kid. You just said, and I'm not trying to make this like way deep. I beat kids and parents up. You did something to my kid.
That's fine, but you don't have an army with you right now,
Don't
and
need
he
the army.
does. So what
You
you
still
gonna do?
make
Yeah,
the attempt.
you might get your rocks off with that one swing, but if it's an army there, you're gone. You're no longer safe, and neither
Then
is
they
your
gotta explain.
daughter.
Then,
Huh?
then to me, this whole story, outside of the fact that if he's fully connected, will come all
Which he
out.
is.
Then why
Right.
did look? Did he kill the father of his singer of Dirty Money or his bodyguard? You know how
Not only
crazy
the
that story would be.
father, the daughter too, because she's a part of it too, and you're just thinking about one person.
But
No,
think about
we're
how crazy
thinking
that
about
story would have
both of
been.
them. Both of them could have lost their lives because they're in an
And
environment
how
that
do
is
you
not
think?
their own.
Yes, but how do you think that story will get explained?
Nobody's gonna explain it. It's something, some freak accident happened. They was in a car accident. It's not much to explain.
I
Nothing
mean,
else has
right?
been explained. Why would you expect an explanation from this?
Because that's the way I think. I will say this too.
We're not thinking
Think
logically
about
now,
this.
are we? We talk about the music industry ain't no just straight wigs. It's
Yeah,
hood street niggas within that.
yeah. All right,
That's like bringing a knife to a gunfight.
don't do that.
Right. So you don't do that either.
I will say this too, now because you got my mind cycling a bit. Do you think any police departments are going to get any repercussion for any of this? Because if he's
No, they never
connected,
do. You think he's the
well,
first ninja
I know
that
what you mean, but did
that
it?
they ever been in bed with? No.
You
I
said
don't think. You think he's the first that they've ever been in bed with?
no, no.
So, and did they go get taken down because of them?
But that's the thing, because I don't know. I just
This is bigger than them.
okay. Let's go. I'm sorry, I had to, but this is my thoughts that I was thinking about those things.
Yeah, nah. The
Uh,
police, listen, people that had the police departments of many different cities, New York, LA, Chicago.
yeah,
I love, also, if y'all don't know, all right, we already established that I love history very much, but I'm very intertwined with mafia and mob type of stuff. So yeah, I know a lot about that too. They've always been in somebody's pockets, and they never went down. So this wouldn't happen this time around. Why you think they working so hard to try to get them? Gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention. You thinking they working so hard to try to bring this damn dude down? We gotta get him out the way. He's a nuisance. The next night, Diddy Dirty Money performed on Saturday Night Live, and then so she giving time frames of when the shit went down. They can point out when they performed. So
keep track.
the next night, Diddy Dirty Money performed on SNL. Mr. Combs subsequently called Miss Rashad, complimented her performance, and concluded with a threat. You don't call you're dead unless you're in the hospital. Dude, I call my daddy whenever the hell I feel like. Who the hell are you to tell me I can't call my daddy? The fuck you think this is? Always a narcissist. Who no. That's why I couldn't make it, because I'm going So okay. Unjust enrichment of defendant by breach of contract or copyright infringement. Would you like to take the next two?
Yes. So, as a member of Danny B. Kane, Ms. Rashad has performed on over 15 songs and holds composition credits for more than 3 songs. Defendants have failed to account to or pay Ms. Rashad as agreed for her compositions and her performances, and have breached contracts and infringed her copyrights, all of which has unjustly enriched the defendants, meaning that Diddy got money from it and she didn't get paid for it.
Right. She wrote the songs. He didn't write them. He took credit. She never got paid. Okay, go ahead. That's what he been doing for years. It's not.
Not new. Then, so that's just Danny B. Kane. Now, as a member of Diddy, Dirty Money, Ms. Rashad has performances recorded on over 9 songs. Additionally, Ms. Rashad has composition rights and credits on more than 5 songs. Defendants have failed to account to or pay Ms. Rashad as agreed to for her compositions and her performances, and breach contracts and or infringe her copyrights, unjustly enriching the defendants. Defendants being everybody that was named earlier, and also additionally Sean Combs.
Listen, I hope when she said contracts with him, she did not use his lawyers. I said it before, and I will say it again, and I will keep saying it till I can't say it no more, which is this. If you get into a production deal or a record deal with a record company, you should always have, or a production company, you should always have your own attorney. Never take the attorney that they bring to the table, because that attorney is always working on their behalf, not yours.
Exactly. Yeah.
You always going to get screwed because that attorney is working for them. That contract was set up for the benefit of the record label or production company and not for you. So my warning for the evening is this: get your own goddamn lawyer. I don't know what her setup was. I don't know if she got her own lawyers, which I doubt, because they push that heavy for artists to do that, to use their lawyers that they already have at the record company. Oh, we don't worry about getting a lawyer. We got one right here. That's how they brush you off. You got to sign this contract today, not tomorrow. Nah, you don't need time to read it right now. Everything's set up and ready to go with their lawyer, not with yours. And then let you say something like, well, let me have my lawyer look it over. That's gonna be an issue. So you gotta stand strong on that shit. You gotta stand 10 toes down, like, nope, I don't care what you say. You want me to sign, and you gonna let me take this to my lawyer, and we gonna figure out if this is a fair contract for me. I don't care what you did with other people. Does it work for me?
Exactly.
So always get yourself, I don't know, Ms. Rashad, I hope that you did get your own personal attorneys, because this sounds crazy. And then we could look back at a case we already covered, which was The Dream. Remember, we talked about this then, where he was, we got everything.
Yep.
You don't need your own nothing, because you got to join the sanctuary. Listen.
The sanctuary.
That's what he said. Because he going to be her mother, her father, her sister, her brother, her uncle, her auntie, her grandmother, her grandfather, her everything.
Everything.
That's what he told her. Listen, get your own damn lawyer, y'all. Don't let them get you, because they're try. And they slick. They real slick. You just got to be smarter than them. So it is now time for me to get to these things I like to call the love notes. We got some comments, but they're weirdo comments, so I'm not reading them. Okay? Okay. All
I'm
right.
reading up.
All right, you go ahead and do your thing. I would like to give some love to anybody watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you very much. And that, my friends, is called live love. I give it to you because you're watching live with me right now. So, live love. Um, but these people I'm about to talk to, don't ever get it twisted. I am omnipresent. We are everywhere. These people I'm about to talk to real quick, these people are our listening audience. They download the podcast in abundance, and I love them so much for doing so. Don't ever get it twisted. Like I said, omnipresence. Don't look at the YouTube and be like, oh, well, you only got this. Don't look at the Twitch, oh, you got this. Don't look at the well, no, the Facebook, I'm kind of popping for real. But don't look at those numbers because they're not the numbers that I focus on right now. My focus is these people I'm about to talk to, the people that come and download, because those numbers are phenomenal. I look at all numbers, but these numbers are phenomenal. Um, we call this love notes. Why do we call this love notes? Because I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. I was never going to call it show notes ever in life. We bickered a lot, and then we came to a compromise, and there is no love without compromise. So we came to a compromise, and now we call it the love notes. I like it. It's better. It flows differently. It's a whole different thing. Doc, you got back before I even finished. Um, it flows differently, and I love it. So now we call it the love notes. Doc also said, hold on, I gotta get this off my screen because it's gonna drive me crazy. Doc also said that I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not. I had a lot of papers, but it wasn't the size of composition notebooks. In all fairness, it was a lot of cities, states, and countries on those papers, and that's why I had a lot of papers. But we've changed it. We've gone green. We don't do that anymore. We care about the earth. And the list keeps getting longer. So yeah, I think this is easier. So now we just do countries. But let's get into it. Thanks for the love. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of the love. Shout out to my top 6: the United States, United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, and Belgium, specifically Brussels. Hi, booze. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for being so loyal and dedicated. And I love you so much. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. I got it right today. I love you. I love you so much. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. You guys are gorgeous. Thank you. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, booze. I love you too. Thank you for the love. Thanks. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. Hi. Thanks for the love. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you so much. Thanks. Listen, I gotta take deep breaths before I get to the next ones. Last but not least, Hungary, Greece, and Denmark and Jamaica. I gotta find them horns. Jamaica, thank you for the love. I appreciate you so much. And man, I gotta take deep breaths, and I need the fucking horn, Doc. I need to be in here like, pow, pow, pow. Like, listen, I need it. But thank you guys for checking out this podcast, and thank you to those who always return and download again because you like the shenanigans we come up with, because we do sometimes. Okay, a lot of times. Whatever. Doc said, worldwide, if you move and you see the world, keep your passport on you. Listen, don't give it to Diddy. You better not, because he be going around with the bag talk about cell phones. I'm quite sure he do that with passports. Look what he did. I think that was Capricorn. Look what he did to poor little Capricorn. Child. Doc also said, top flight, catch the vibes. If you did the work, get that check on period. Don't let them play with your bag. Never do that. Never do that. Get your own damn lawyer. I ain't playing with y'all. You're gonna be in the game. You gotta know some things. Get your own damn lawyer. Don't take theirs. Doc said hit that like button and tune in. The live show, the radio show, and get the app. Yes, do all of that stuff. Just do it. It'll be better for your soul. I don't know how, but it'll be good for your soul in some kind of way. I'm going to give you some vibes in a minute, and then you're going to understand why it would be good for your soul in a minute. In a minute. Remember that? In a minute. Join the conversation. Drop a comment or call in. The number is 443-780-5978. Again, the number is 443-780-5978. This is where I'm going to have to be taking these deep breaths, so forgive me. If you want to come on the show, you want to talk to us about anything, you just want to say hi, you got some gab you want to send my way, hit us up. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Yeah, wait, that's not on the screen, but it's on the screen now. The email address, it's in the description. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. I love it when y'all hit the like button, though. That makes me the most happy. So hit the like button. Listen, child, some things to tell you. I do not take requests. I need y'all to understand this. It's nothing personal. It's nothing against you. It's just the flow of things over here. One is if I play a music video, which I haven't done in a minute, I need to get back to Thorough Thursdays, but we working on it. I have permission to play all of these videos. I would not play them if I did not have permission. This is why I play them. Got written, visual, audio, electronic, however you want it, I got it. So that's why I play them. Then, on the other half, you got to look at who my DJ is and what he does over here. How dare you ask me to take a request after he giving you all this heat? How dare you? I would never. So no, we don't take requests. And we have permission for what we do over here. Join our coffee community so we can have tantalizing, salacious, titillating, taboo conversations, and I can cuss whenever the fuck I want to. I keep telling y'all, John the Baptist cuss. Y'all did kind of condemn him a little bit for his ways, but he was the man. So if he could do it, I could do it too. Go, John. You was the man, John the Baptist. Don't let nobody ever tell you differently, bruh. All right. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. That is the pathway to all things ambitiously. Go on over there and get yourself some gear, some facial care. I got some other things that's in the works. Get on over there. Listen, I don't laugh, Doc. I'm serious about this John the Baptist thing. They was hating on him a little bit. Then they had to switch the lanes and stop hating on him a little bit and then switch over to Jesus. It was a whole thing. Big shout out to our DJ. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. Go DJ, because that's my DJ Rukazi. I did get an email from, not an email, a text message from him while we were having our conversation. He did say he's working on the mix right now, baby. Get ready. It's happening. It's happening. Stop playing with my DJ. Don't play with my DJ. DJ Rukazi is that guy. So make sure y'all tune in on Fire Friday because he apparently is working on some heat right now. Stop playing with him. And then let us know how you feel about these mixes. We would like to know. He would like to know. He'll be here on Friday. Say it to his face. Don't say it to me. Say it to him. If you oppose what we have going on, say it to him. And I guarantee you it's a problem because you said to him, and me and the Harleys is coming. It's get ready to be a whole war. Don't watch your mouth. Talk to him nicely. And we just had a song on the last mix, and they said, "Talk to me nicely." Yeah, you should. You should. Very fitting song. Doc says salute to DJ Rude Casey. I'm just saying, don't play with my DJ. Uh, child, Doc, you know we gotta find some comedy in these kinds of situations.
Yes, I will say that this one was written where all the heavy stuff was at this point. Now we're reaching. I think about to
Yeah.
get into the business stuff, but that little segment that we went through today was the heavy assault,
Yeah.
the heavy the R word, the heavy threatening and the fear of your life.
Mm-hmm. I don't think. I mean, we might. Whoa. We might just skim over real quick the next show. We're not gonna get into all the ins and outs of the business details. If you would like more on that, you can go to www.ambitiouslyent.com. Click the app button. It's going to ask you, do you want to get the app? Click that button and get the app, and all the cases will be available to you. I'm about to, well, really soon, I'm going to upload this amendment to the case because it was already a case. And then Jay-Z got added later. So I'm going to add that to the app. And we're going to talk about that next. But yeah, I don't want to get too heavy on the details of how this money and the splits and split sheets and all of that good stuff, because one, if you're not an artist or a record label or a publishing company or somebody who has the administrative duties of said one of these type of situations, you wouldn't understand it anyway. I just wanted to get to the stuff that you could grasp, because this business thing gets a little messy. I do want to break down the business of music one day, just not in a case where somebody is being assaulted. I think I want to separate the two. I don't think that I want to.
A good case, I think, almost would be the TLC and Pebbles.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do anybody's cases though. As far as
you just want to.
I want to get to the business of, so that I think I might create some kind of digital content for this, because it's really like, I mean, in that case, then yeah, I would use that as a case study, but I don't want to have the conversation about their case between LaFace Records and Clive Davis.
All right.
Now, if I want to have a conversation, I want to have a conversation about that time they hold that nigga hostage. That's a conversation to have.
I just want to say this. You know the reason that popped in my head? My mom was still on for gifts. He wanted to buy them fake titties. Even then, what did they get? They got Jeeps. TLC got Jeeps.
And apartments. That shit is some bullshit.
In my head, I'm like, why he just didn't buy them? Like, hey, you get a Maybach. You get a Maybach. You know, he wanted to actually buy them titties.
Why you just buy me a fucking house? At least it's my house. I could live in it for the rest of my life. What the fuck am I going to do with a Jeep? Live in my goddamn Jeep? That shit was crazy. Anyway, so yeah, we will be skimming, but not really going too in depth after this. As far as the Rashad, I wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of where her accusations were. So yeah, we're gonna skim a little bit the next time and then get into this other case. Because now Jay-Z has entered the building. I knew it was coming. I knew it was gonna happen. I did. Because it's too many pictures and videos and stuff of them hanging out. So of course he would be brought into the fold. I'm not saying he did or he did not do the said things. All I'm saying is I knew it was coming. ... I see how this look. I pay attention.
This one hurts me more.
I know. This one would hurt a little bit more because we weren't really the biggest Diddy fans, but we were definitely Jay-Z fans, and I'm still a fan. I'm still a fucking fan. I'm not gonna stop listening to Reasonable Doubt. It's the best fucking albums ever. And I paid for it maybe 5 or 6 times. No, I'm not gonna stop listening to it. One of my favorite albums. That was a good
I'm
ass
trying to
album.
think, is there anybody else that can pop up in this whole situation that I was like, damn?
Now I
I
will
mean,
say this: when it came to that psychic lady said it was going to be Diddy and 3 of his compadres, his closest
oh,
compadres.
you talking about at the beginning? You know
Sloan
what's
Bella.
crazy? At
Yeah.
the beginning of this year.
She said she told us that in November that Diddy was going to have some issues. She told us. Everybody, she crazy. That's why he put that passage in there in the case when we was talking about it yesterday, which was, him and his delusional ass psychics.
Oh,
That's why.
but this year has started off extremely wild. Think about
And
it.
she
This is
did
the
a
same year with
prediction
the
for
Cat
him.
Williams shit.
And she said his shit was going to start in 2025.
But I'm also saying this is the same year with the Cat Williams shit too.
Listen, all I'm saying is Sloan said that in November, she didn't say who was going to say it, when they was going to say it, how she said, and she predicted this way before November hit.
Mm-hmm.
She said this a while before all of this shit came down. She said it. It happened. She said Jay-Z shit was going to happen in 2025. Are we not approaching 2025?
We are.
Okay.
I'm a super skeptic with stuff like that, but it is
I
funny.
don't even do the psychic thing, but if the bitch say it and it come true, I'm kind of inclined to believe it. I am spiritually inclined. I don't know. I don't get no readings and none of that, but I do believe there is a higher power, and I do believe some of us are blessed with some gifts.
All right.
And if the bitch said it the year prior to it happening, listen, if the bitch said it a year prior to it happening, and then it happens, I'm inclined to think that she got a gift. I don't know. I don't know if it's called being a psychic. I don't know what is clairvoyant, whatever it is. She said it. It happened.
Call me now. Call me now. We literally
Nah, she ain't on no Miss Cleo shit. That was some different shit. That bitch said it. It happened. Stop playing. She said it. It happened. That's all I'm saying. And there's some people out here that be doing some root work. They've been talking shit too. You gotta watch it. It's some we're in a spiritual warfare right now, and I don't think anybody understands that shit because everybody thinks it's a fucking game, but it's not. Anyway, time for me to say the things that I come to say at the end of the evening, because I'm supposed to say these things, like mind your fucking business. Everybody's business is not your business except for when I tell it, because I'm good at it. I tell it on Media Mondays. Every Media Monday, I'm telling somebody business. The tapping, I try not to, but sometimes Doc pulls it out of me. Like yesterday. I'm watching you. Told a couple people folks business yesterday. Like Marley Mall, I'm not going to talk about you today. But hi. Always was a fan. Child. The wiretap, I'm telling you business. If you got a court case and I can pull it, I'm telling it. And my partner and good over here, he gonna do it with me. Cause this is what we do. And on the wiretap, in Wet and Wire, I usually tell my business, but I don't care. I'm transparent. I don't really give a shit. Fuck them. You don't like me? Oh wow. Sorry. Unfortunate for you. I don't know how you couldn't like a Libra though. But whatever the case may be, mind your business. Love your babies, hug your babies, fight other people's children for your babies. Sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. Fight the parents of the other children. It makes it fair. But love your babies, hug your babies, tell your babies that they are the greatest of all times. They need that encouragement. It is your job to encourage them to be that. So do that. Let them know that they are the goal. If they want to work for NASA, tell them be the best. astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, whatever the hell else they do over there. And I don't know. It's space. Get yourself a telescope, a good one, not the kind that you peek through your neighbor's windows with. That's some bullshit. Don't be a perv. Get you a good one. Take it outside. Put it together. Take it outside. Go outside with your kids. Discover a comet, a planet, or something. I don't know. But if they want to work for NASA, then you should be encouraging them to do the damn thing. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be best NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, or engineer, because I know they got them over there too. I don't know what else they do over there at NASCAR. What I do know is that they have a need for speed, and they, at one point in time, love muscle cars. I need to go to the NASCAR museum. I know they got one. Anyway, it don't even matter. I don't want to dig too deep into it, but at one point in time, they loved muscle cars, and I will forever, ever, ever love a muscle car. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. And there's a couple new ones up the street. I can't. Oh, I'm going for a walk as soon as the weather break. But yeah, whatever it is that they want to do, encourage them, babies. They need that encouragement. They need it more than anything, because nobody else is going to do it. It's your job to do it. Yours alone. Okay, it's time for me to say this thing, which is stay in your lane. My lane, your lane, not the same. Your lane is over there. My lane is over here. Stay in your lane. Okay? Okay. Because you jump into my lane, it's going to get ugly. You're not going to like it. I always tell you, don't break the glass, don't push the button, because it gets crazy over here and you don't want it. So just stay in your fucking lane. For goodness sakes. I'm trying to be cool with you. And some of you people just don't understand. So I'm trying to help you understand. Stay in your goddamn lane. You do not want what's going to follow you jumping into my lane. And I'm going to show you what it is real quick. Hold on. Everybody thinks it's a joke until it really happened, and then I look like the crazy one. What? Anyway, you don't want her. She's not nice. She don't give a shit. And then she jump out. If those doors open, the Harleys come out, the ones I could save. The dog, she's coming out. Her name is Harley, by the way, too. I'm coming out, and it's gonna get ugly. And you don't want that. I don't want that for you. You don't want that. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly, and all that good stuff. I love her. She's so cute. Or, hold on. No, child. Hey, you big purr bitches, or her, because she, Child, because if cat by chance is purring, that means cat is a happy, happy, happy girl. You want the latter two. You don't want the first one. She's not nice at all. She's a bitch. And what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. Who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for Doc. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we. So just stay in your fucking lane and everything will be copacetic, peachy keen, and cool. Yeah, it will be. Trust me. Y'all know I want to go in on her. I'm not going to go too hard on little Petty Boots, a.k.a. Little Caligula, a.k.a. Baby Caligula, a.k.a. Drake. This evening, I'm just going to say, pick and choose your battles wisely. You've not done such a good job of that thus far, sir. And so I think you should reconsider your actions in life. Yeah, have a whole life moment. It'll help you out in the long run. But pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Obviously, because you lost this one. Yeah, every battle is not a battle for you to fight. And plus, Mobb Deep said that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. And you can run, but you can't hide forever. And Mama say, Mama Sama Makusa. I really want to rap the whole song. And this is why I'm doing Mama say. I told y'all yesterday, this helps me not to do the things that I really want to do. Like, I should probably do that when I want to cuss too. But they told y'all that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. So Focus on the war. Don't worry about the fucking petty ass bullshit ass battles that you can't win or you might not win. It's up in the air. You just never know. Um, focus on the war. Be yourself. Be exceptionally you. Be fantastically you. Be extraordinarily you. Be genuinely you. But the point is just be who the fuck you are. Fuck everybody else. Ain't nobody gonna be happy with everything that you do. You can't make everybody happy. You can only make yourself happy. Because happiness starts within. And you can add to that happy, but you can't make them happy. And look, check this out too. You can do everything in your power to fix the thing that they complaining about, and they will find a whole nother fucking problem. Fuck them. Worry about you and your happiness. Can't make nobody else happy if you're not happy. Like, how the fuck does that work? Worry about you. You come in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself, even if you are a twin. Worry about you, baby. They ain't worried about you. They worried about what they want. Fuck them. And also dream big. And then while you're dreaming big, execute. Because nothing is gonna happen if you don't put your best foot forward. Dream big, baby. Anyway, and don't let nobody tell you your dreams are minute. Like, they don't know what they talking about. They saying that because they don't have a dream of their own. They'd rather be a slave for the rest of their life. Let them. Fuck them. But yeah, those are all the things I think I have to say. Yeah, I think I covered everything. Guess what today is, Doc?
Trash day.
Like this a holiday. Guess what today is, Doc?
No, today is trash day. And Friday's gonna be Friday the 13th too, by the way.
I feel like it's gonna be hot.
It should be. DJ Brucase is doing it.
I feel like it's gonna be hot. Make sure you in it. Oh wait, I want to show some love real quick to my mother-in-law, who's not really my mother-in-law. I'm not married to any of her sons, nor have I ever been married to any of her sons. It's just my boo, and I love her. Miss Rebecca Marcus. Hi, baby. I love you. Thank you for always holding the girl down. I love her. It's my boo. But anyway, it is now time for us to get up out of this piece because we got stuff to do and we got school to get ready for in the morning. And I might gotta find my Vaseline just in case. It's good for the face.
When you say, Mama say, Masam Makusa, that's what you need to say right after the Vaseline statement.
It's good for the face, in times.
Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you meant?
That's the only thing I meant. I wouldn't say the other thing unless I meant to say it.
Okay.
It's good for your face in times of situations. That's what I was saying. But anyway, it's time to get out of here. Y'all didn't hear what I said. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing at all. Anyway, bye, Doc, baby. I love you. Thank you for being here as usual.
Thank you for having me. I always appreciate it. This is the most fun time I'll be having.
Listen.
The craziest things we be reading and be that.
And don't tell nobody about my Vaseline in my purse. Bye. We gotta go. Don't fuck with my cub and I won't fuck with you. All right, we getting out of here. Bye. Bye.
Oh,